All right, the big boys up front had a tall task in front of them this weekend versus the Colts. The Colts defense have been playing great. They've been stopping the run, and we wanted to come into the game and establish the running game. Unfortunately, we did not. Jalen Warren has 16 carries for 31 yards. There were some bright spots on the O line, starting with we'll start with Spencer Anderson first. He had to come in um, for Isaac Siamalu, who we talked about is dealing with a pec injury. We don't know how serious it is, but he hasn't been able to finish the last two games now. And it's like we said before, Charlie, that's not one of those injuries that will get better throughout the season. That's something that he's just going to have to manage the pain throughout the year. You hope it doesn't turn into something serious where he tears the whole thing, because that's definitely something that is a risk. But instead, Spencer Anderson came in, not his best work. He came in and had to play pretty much the entire fourth quarter. He had like 4 snaps as the extra tight end. Didn't use the big package a whole lot this game, and definitely couldn't use it once Isaac went down. But he definitely could have did a little bit better in his performance. Gave up some pressures early in that fourth quarter. And I've been high on Spencer Anderson, right? Like, he had a really good camp. He deserved, I thought, to be the starter because Isaac didn't practice. But obviously, Isaac being a veteran and a Super Bowl champion, they have faith that his veteran experience would get him ready for the game. But he's going to have to play a lot moving forward. Like I said, I don't think Isaac has one of those injuries that can get better, so he may be missing the ends of games here moving forward. So Spencer has to pick his game up because he's going to be relied upon even more moving forward. But I really want to talk about the right side of this offensive line. Troy Fontanu and Mason McCormick, we have found our right side, I think, for the next 8 to 10 years. These guys are constantly putting out good film. Troy, I love watching this dude play because you know what, CB? He plays with violence. There's this clip where Spencer Anderson is in as the extra tackle. He's blocking the DN. He comes inside. Troy is blocking somebody inside, sees something out of his peripheral, goes over and completely takes out DeForest Buckner. I don't know if DeForest Buckner's ever been hit that hard before. That man is like 6'7", 320. Big man fall hard. Big man fall very hard. And so that happened, and it was good to see that. Mason McCormick, my spirit animal, still in there, signaling first down, getting hype. He has been a pleasant surprise coming out of, I think, South Dakota or somewhere in that region. Don't get me messed up because I'm gonna fix that here in a second. But there wasn't a lot thought about him coming in last year. He wasn't supposed to start, end up starting the entire year, and he's been improving each week, man. He is becoming one of our stalwarts on the offensive line, and it's fun seeing him mature. He has a lot to live up to wearing that 66. We saw the original Hall of Fame 66 this weekend in Alan Faneca, who's been a guest of the Snap Count show as well. And Mason is doing his best impersonation of Alan Faneca, who we endearingly call Red. So it's good to see him moving up in the right way. And then Zach Frazier, like I said, another good player in our long lineage of great centers. There was a gap after Marquise Pouncey left. We tried with Kevin Green. Is that his name? The kid that we drafted out of Illinois, who was a third rounder, ended up starting a couple of years ago. He didn't work. I think we ended up trading him to Houston. And so we had been looking for
it was Kendrick Green.
Kendrick Green, my bad.
Yep.
And so it's been kind of a revolving door at that center. And now Zach has come in and has solidified that position. Thought very highly of him coming out of West Virginia in the draft last year. And he's done nothing but prove his worth on this team. And it's been great seeing him. Now, Isaac Siamalu has been playing some really good ball, but he's now injury prone now. This is 2 weeks in a row. He hasn't been able to finish. But he's been fantastic these last 2 or 3 weeks. And I think he's really helping Broderick get more comfortable and get better, even though I think Broderick needs to play a little bit better, be a little bit more physical. But Isaac Siamalu has been playing some good ball. If he is hurt, it's going to be a loss. And like I said before, Spencer Anderson has to step up in a big way if Isaac can't go this week moving forward. I think it might be prudent on the Steelers to just sit him out a game or two and see if he can't heal all the way back up and get that pack all the way right. But in the meantime, Spencer has to step up because Isaac has been playing at a very high level, and we need that for him as well as for Broderick, because Broderick needs help, man. Broderick needs help. He has been so up and down. But the thing that I guess is the most disappointing is that he does not consistently throw his hands. He is catching everything. Gave up a sack. Well, technically 2 sacks will be attributed to him. The second one was more of a coverage sack. Aaron had to step up and he came and chased Aaron from behind. Latua, I think that's his name is, their defensive end. A Latu. Um, gave Broderick some issues. He had 2.5 sacks this game. One of them for sure on Broderick. The other one was on Troy. And so, yeah, the same things are showing up on film each week now. He had a good game a couple of weeks ago. We thought he had turned the corner, but I think he took a step back this week, if I'm being truthfully honest. He has all the skills and all the tools, but he just needs to be more physical, and he needs to be. There are some low plays that I think you just can't have as a young tackle. And this man is in his contract year, CB, right? Like the
Yeah.
Steelers have to make a decision on if they're going to give him that 5th year or not. And if he keeps on putting tape out there like this, I don't think the Steelers will do it. And so now he needs to step up. We got a big game against the Chargers. Khalil Mack and company are going to be coming at him. And so they're seeing the same things I'm seeing, and they're going to attack him, and he's going to get a lot of the same looks that he's been getting week in and week out that he struggles with. And so hopefully he picks it up. By and large, O-line as a group did enough, not their best performance, but they did enough. They kept Aaron up enough. We didn't get enough in the run game. That's something they got to go back to the drawing board and try to figure out why that solid front gives them so many issues. It's designed to stop the run, but you got to be able to do something to counter it. And so not the best performance, but still enough to win the game.
Yeah, I look at that, and I think this is a money game for Broderick Jones because he has to, because the edge rushers of the Chargers, this is going to be something that he could prove on the road, primetime game, and hopefully he makes his money this week protecting Aaron Rodgers. 2 questions, well, one comment, one question. The Mason McCormick, he went to South Dakota State, so we want to make sure we got to add that state on there. Yeah, I don't know that.
Right? Yep.
We got to make sure we had to get that South Dakota State some love right there. Right. But the second piece is, here's the piece, because Spencer Anderson, and we know he's been doing a really good job in that jumbo package. Mm-hmm. Do you think having, not playing consistently, but yet having to come in the fourth quarter downgraded his grade a little bit, because now here you are coming in around about 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter, now having to play a permanent position at the left guard? Do you think that impacted his grade in this game?
Yeah, and it's tough to go from playing tight end to now having to go inside and play guard. He's dealing with all this space, being outside the tackle, and a lot of times he's even outside of Darnell Washington, 3 or 4 people removed from the center, and now he's right next to the center. Now he's blocking defensive tackles like DeForest Buckner instead of outside linebackers. So there is a shift that has to happen, and it's tough because you're going against bigger, stronger guys when you move inside to left guard. So to your point, yes, I think the adjustment of him having to move from tight end to left guard was a big reason why he struggled a little bit in that fourth quarter.